Hi and welcome to my PlayHouse, and today I'm continuing this video that I started probably last video, I don't know, but today I'm gonna mount these servers, and they have these rails to go into the racks, so we're gonna be doing that. The top server is a bit bigger than the other one. It's a dual CPU Xeon 16 cores, 2.6 gigahertz, and it's the E5-2640 if I'm not mistaken. The two bottom ones, all the servers are HP DL380 Generation 9. The two bottom ones has also two CPUs, and they're both E2640s, which I have forgotten what the frequency is. Might put it down here. Thank you very much. But we're gonna unwrap the rails and see how this system works on this server. Might as well just see the front of the server as well. The two down here, they're gonna be booting from an internal micro SD card, so they don't have any drives. All of these are just plastic fillers, nothing in there. The more powerful one up here, it has 3 drives. They are smaller SSDs. It's gonna be booting on that. It doesn't need much space, it doesn't need much speed. It just needs a reliable booting operating something system. So there's gonna be 2 of these 3 drives in a mirror, and there's gonna be a hot spare for that mirror. So that's how that works. There is some buttons here. The power on is there. There is some how is the system doing. The green button number 2 LED down here is for that. This is for to see communication. This is to turn on the blue light on the back of the server if you need to go see something back there. Then there is this pull-out thing where you have the serial number and some passwords all related to the server. Yeah, it's probably okay. I'm not gonna show you that. I don't know if it can be misused. That's about the front of the server. I think they're rather dull. I don't like this design very much. It's just me. So here are the rails. Let's have one of these packages over here and go into this with some finer detail. The rail comes with the server. If you buy the server, there will be rails in it. These servers are custom built servers. They have been altered. We didn't have to put in the RAM and stuff. They came like that. I'm actually not sure who did that, but it came like that. But the rails has never been out of the package, so this is gonna be an unboxing of the rails of the HPE server DL380 model, actually Generation 9. Let's see. First we have something to keep the rails dry. Some silicone gel, do not eat. I'll trust they're right about that. Then there is a little bit of a manual thing here. First we have a quick deploy rail system installation guide. There is some good tricks on how to mount this, but I'm gonna show you how I do this. And if you have some suggestions to how I could do this better, feel free to use the comments below. You might see that I'm doing something differently from what you think should be done, and well, maybe other people would like to see that. So do use the comments below to talk about the rails. There is 4 pieces of metal in here. There is these 2 that goes on the side of the server. There is these bigger 2 that goes in the rack, and a piece of cardboard that goes into the trash. And we're out of good stuff. It works the way that you mount these 2 on the server, you mount these 2 in the rack, and then you combine the 2. So let's try that, shall we? So here we have a server. I took the most expensive one of the 3. Let's break that first. And this is the rail that goes onto the server. And the server has these black mounting things coming out the side, and these fits very well in this bracket. And one of them fits underneath this thing, which means that it will be locked in place when I put this on. There can be a bit hard to get off again, so but I line it up so that I can see that the holes correspond with the black thingies, and this should fit pretty perfectly. It usually does, like that. And this one has to go back, so if I push it back, it will say click, and this bracket is mounted in place. So now I can turn around the server and take the other bracket and do the same thing on the other side. There we are, and they're mounted really good. They're not gonna come off that, so that's cool. So let's go and mount these in the server room. They have this weird system for release, but it's a quick release. You don't need to actually mount any screws for a server like this. So inside the data center here, I've been looking for a good spot to put the new servers. All these white plates are places where there should not be anything, but that's not always true. If we go around to the back of the data center here, something is making a lot of noise right there. That's irritating. But sometimes there's a lot of power modules and patching modules back here, and that can be very irritating. But I found that right up here we have our SAN connection switch, and we have 10 gigabit Ethernet switch right there. So it would be very nice to have the servers right around here somewhere. It's actually a good spot down there too. Didn't see that. But I was gonna put them here. I'll just check out this spot and see if that's better. Yeah, I'll put them in here. When I go down here, I can see that there's a couple of switch modules in here that I have to avoid. So I can't put it up here. I have to go down to and put in the 3 servers here. And I hope that will be good. Otherwise we'll have to move it, which is also pretty irritating. The rails here say where they have to go. This is front left and this is left rear. So at least it goes in this way, right? And it's when it's sitting there, it's very easy to see that, well, it goes over here. So the other one, right rear, so that goes over here. The rack has these holes that are meant for the rack rails to go into, and the rack rails, they have these screws that fit really well in there. So you you put it up where you want the server to be, and you push it through the hole, and it will click in place. Oops. This piece of metal here will pop in, and the rack rail will be in place. So we have to go down 2 switches. So that's one switch, number 20, number 21 is the other switch. So I'm going to be mounting this server between 23 and 22. So I'm just going to put that in there, make sure that there are 6 holes, and that's already sitting there. There's nothing more to it. The other one, have to make sure that it is lined up with the other one. And that's good. And then I can move around to the back where I need to do the same thing. Here we are on the back, and I just need to take this and plop it up and put it up here at number 22 and 23, and it's already in place. If I want it out, I press in this little lever on the back and it pops out. It's an okay system. It's nothing wrong with that. Same thing over at the other side. Just take it, put it in the other side here. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's locked in place. I don't like this as much. It's a bit more wobbly. this one is pretty sturdy. That's good. With the rail mounted in there, and I have in the meanwhile mounted the other two rails just like the first one. It's really not a big problem. So I'm gonna take the servers one by one and put them in there. I'm gonna take the big one and put that on top. I have no idea why, but it has the most connections, and all those connections has to be brought over into the next rack, so I just thought it would be the shortest way. So I'm gonna do that. Now I need to take the server and mount it in these rails. There we are. And it goes just under the switches in there. Perfect. And I didn't tear anything. Also perfect. So now the next two goes in just beneath it. Three servers mounted. Okay, this really sucks. Here is the easy install rail kit. I have two of those, but I've been looking through the papers and I haven't gotten any cable management devices ordered for these servers. So I have three servers without any cable management. It gives me a way out using one of these things to snatch through the cables on the back of the server here, but well, that's not fantastic in any way. But I have another one. I have a cable management kit from this server, but from a server where this was not going to be needed. I have to go and order two more of these. I have one, so this sucks, but let's see what this looks like. Here is kit, cable arm 2U generation 9, and it has a product number right there, 729871-001. See if we can get into that. And that comes out. Nothing more in the box. Price wise, it's not a big deal missing the cable arms, but it's gonna cost me another day at some point. But I'll probably have to go down here another day anyhow. Well, that was not a part of the plan. Some more silicone stuff to keep it dry. And here is the cable management arm. So you attach this and the server is able to go out like that. And the cable will not be stretched if you put this in right. There is some zip ties and a little bit of Velcro and stuff that comes along, and there is this cable arm to keep it in place. That's on this side. When it slides in here, it will stay there and you can take it out by pushing. But let's go mount this on the top server. Tried to put these on. They're not fantastic. They might be better than nothing, but not fantastic. I'm gonna get rid of the top one. So here is the cable arm, and it has these quick releases that you push here to release it if you put it in. And this can go on both sides. It can go on this way, or actually this way, or it can go on this way, depending on how you have your cable management in your rack servers. We have it from this way, so that's how I'm gonna put it in. And it mounts into the rail over here, the back rail, which does not move, and the front rail which moves with it out. So it will move like this. But I'll just put it in, see if we can zoom in on that. There, it's in that one. And then the second one will go on that one. And then it want to stay open by itself here. And that's where this thing comes in. This one goes on the other side over here, right there. And it goes on the outer rack rail. This one does not move forth and back with the server. There, so this one slides in and is grabbed so that the cables will sit there. And if you need to release it, you just press there and the cables will come out. Now we can just have a little demonstration of how this works if I actually go around the front and try to pull the server out. The server is all the way out, and you will see that the cable is still coming out here if there are any cables in it. Let's see it come in again. And that is what the cable management arm does. It makes sure that you can take the server out of the rack and do maintenance on it, take the top cover off and go down and exchange a memory block or what else you need to do without disconnecting all the cables. When you're using the cable management arm here, you have to make sure that your cables are long enough. Your cables need to be able to go all the way up and down the cable arm here, and our experience is that you need to make sure that your cables are about 1 meter longer than if you're not using a cable arm. I put in a couple of power cables and you can see they're hanging a little bit. I don't have anything to fix that right now. And the one power cable is a bit shorter than the other one because one power cable is going in right here. It's not a very good system. This is taking up valuable rack space, and the other one is going up there where there's another panel just like it. We have another system over here where the power strips are on the side of the racks so that they're not taking up rack space. That's a lot better. So I've been cabling these server and I have put some power onto them. This one I have more or less, I've only measured how long the cable has to be because they have to go up into the rack just next door. You can just go see that. Up here is the SAN switch, and down here is the 10 gigabit Ethernet switch. We kind of have a color code for those. The SAN switch there are this purple color, and the Ethernet switch is this green/blue color. I have to find some cables for that. I have reserved some down here that I found long enough. I need 4 meters to go over there, maybe just 3.5, but well, 4 is good as well. I've cabled the power thing, but I need to order some more of these damn cable management arms. That's a drag. And I need some more pink cables because this one takes 12 and this one takes 2 each, so that's 16 cables. I have 4, so I haven't bothered cabling those because I don't have enough cables, so I need to go order some more cable arms and more cables, and I should be good to go then. I have connected the management module in all of the servers, and they go up to this switch right here, which I have documented on a piece of paper that I'm gonna bring back so that I can sit in my office and get a connection to the servers. To do that, I need the codes that are on these tab out boards here, and I'm gonna take my phone and I'm gonna take pictures of those and have those together with the information on which switch port I've connected them to, and I should be able to reserve IP numbers and punch in the correct passwords and stuff like that. Well, another day in the data center. I am on my way back for today, and I will probably be coming down here another day finishing this job. So, well, thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again. We'll probably be in here again soon. Have a nice day. Bye bye.